Warmest greetings, sisters and brothers. My name is Omowale. I'm the coordinator of Ukombozii Ancestral Drums, a subgroup of the Pan-African Society Community Forum. And what I'm hoping to do in this session is introduce the Ukombozii Ancestral Drums Anthem. Now we're hoping that sisters and brothers will join us to sing this. We're seeking to gather 10,000 African people together in one place in order to drum in honor of our ancestors. Now we'll do this as African people centered, of course, but of course we will welcome friends of Africans who want to come and participate also. And this is the anthem that we hope will help us to unite and join together. So there are 4 verses to the anthem. The first speaks to the objective. And so our objective is 10,000. So we start off in the first verse, is the words are Ukombozii 10,000. And we repeat that 3 times. So I'm going to sing that. It goes, Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. So there's a rider line on it, together for liberation. So that's just to give you a sense of the sound of the first verse. Moving on to the second verse. The second verse is, we've stated our objective in the first verse. Now we're in the second verse, we are calling our ancestors to help us, to guide us. And this is something that's traditional in African culture, the reverence of ancestors. And so the second verse brings that in and sounds like this. Come ancestors, come. Come ancestors, come. Come ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. So come, come for liberation is the rider for the second verse. The third verse is essentially the same as the second verse. And in this one, we call ourselves. So in the first verse, we state our objective. In the second verse, we call our ancestors. In the third verse, we call ourselves. So it's almost identical to the second verse, but we use the term African as distinct ancestors from the second verse. And so the third verse goes like this. Come Africans, come. Come Africans, come. Come Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. So the same rider is on the end. Come, come for liberation for the third verse. And then the fourth and final verse calls the name of the group, calls the name of the organization, Ukombozii. Now the word Ukombozii comes from the Swahili language. It was chosen because the Swahili language is the most widely spoken African language in Africa. It's the 10th most widely spoken language in the world. And in the Swahili language, the term Ukombozii translates to liberation in English. So we're singing for the liberation of Africa. And the fourth verse goes like this. Ukombozii, 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 we take our liberation. And so the rider on the fourth verse is, we take our liberation. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sing it, the whole thing, 3 times over. And what we do is we double the verses and you'll be able to pick it up as it goes. I'll sing it once without any accompaniment, and I'll sing it again, this time with the Ukombozii unity beat underneath it. So the first one will go like this. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Ukombozii 10,000. Together for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, ancestors, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, Africans, come. Come, come for liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. Ukombozii. 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 We take our liberation. So that took us through it, doubling it up and 3 times over as a sample of the Ukombozii Ancestral Drums Anthem. And what I'm going to do now to finish off, because this is a training video, this is something that we can watch whilst we're at home so that we can practice the words, so that we can learn the words. so that when we come together, we're ready with the anthem in order to be able to sing it, and to sing it without hesitation, to sing it with joy and sing it with our hearts wide open. So I'm going to sing it this time. Same thing again, but with the drums supporting it, or with the drums supporting it. Okay, so Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Come Africans, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come ancestors, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come for liberation. Ukombozii, 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 we take our liberation. Ukombozii, 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 we take our liberation. Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Come ancestors, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come ancestors, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come for liberation. Ukombozii, 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 take our liberation. Ukombozii, 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 we take our liberation. Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, Ukombozii 10,000, together for liberation. Come ancestors, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come ancestors, come ancestors, come ancestors, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come for liberation. Come Africans, come Africans, come Africans, come